guys, Master Dinkin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so this is a video, I wanted to try this challenge out for a little while here, because I think it would be quite fun to see what numbers we can get up to. Obviously, you guys will have already know by the thumbnail and the title of the video that we are going to go for a run in the Goku event here with the burst mode, with all of the modifiers on for the difficulty. So obviously we're not using the category, we're not using the typing. I had to have this middle team cost one so we could actually run the team that I want to use. But then, as you can see going down here, we have all of the difficulty ones, right? So extra attack, extra defense, reducing damage received by certain enemy typings, extra damage reduction, enemy attack up, all this good stuff. The only things I haven't put on as we get lower down is the allies minus key and the character locking. Because I guess whilst that is a modifier that makes the event more difficult, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't really affect what I want to see, right, which is how high the unit's defense can get. And especially if we put the key one on, we could be missing supers left, right and center. So the score itself isn't really important because I've already done the max points run. This is the team, so we're running double God Goku leads. Obviously he runs leads Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans. Every single unit on the team stacks defense. So that's it. We're just going to go ahead and jump in and see how we can get on. And yeah, see what kind of levels we can get up to defense-wise. So, with the last phase being int, we obviously have a pretty big advantage here with our God Gokus. The Xeno Goku is going to be pretty good here as well. The only problem... Oh, that's on auto. The only problem is, in the long run, like, who do we float, right? Because every single character on the team stacks defense. So, we want to be... getting supers for everyone as much as possible. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably just kind of float around the units. We won't keep floating the same units every time. The God Gokus we'll try and keep on rotation, obviously, because we would ideally like to have one on each turn. But yeah, then we'll see how we get on. So this is being recorded live on stream. Shout out to everybody that's here or has just come in. We're going to be doing some challenge runs after this as well. So people want to make some suggestions in the chat as we go through this run. We'll potentially do those afterwards. If you guys have never been out to one of these streams, I do these quite a lot, where we do viewer request challenge runs. That's where a lot of some of the previous videos for challenge runs have come from. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit that bell button so you know when I go live, and you can maybe catch one of these streams, and potentially a run that you request could end up being a video in the future. So... Alright, so I think Namek Goku is probably one of the units that stacks the slowest, especially because we want to make sure we're getting as many super attacks as possible. So I think what we want to do here is put him in slot 1, because then by him getting hit we guarantee getting an extra super attack, right? So of course he gets immediately supered. How much did he take from this? 163k. Honestly, that's not that much, though, considering we have all of the modifiers on. I guess this Goku does get to a 200... He gets a 200% leader skill from the God Goku, because he is on Exploding Rage. But referring to your wish of a Dokkan Fest baby, we just got another Super Saiyan 4 during the anniversary. I didn't think we'd get another GT-themed celebration so soon. That is true. And we did get the STR-17s not that long ago on JP. But GT, especially the extreme side, just needs more buffs, right? Like, GT bosses is still a shockingly bad team. I do think, like, I want to see a Dokkan Fest baby because he'd be really good for a bunch of other, like, teams and other units to help them. But I do also agree that it'd be pretty cool to get a Dokkan Fest baby alongside a new Super Saiyan 4 Goku, with, like, the first ever going Super Saiyan 4 as, like, his transformation animation. Whether it's an intro or he starts off as Super Saiyan 3 and then transforms, either way, I do think that would make a cool dual Dokkan Fest. But Dokkan has been fumbling the extreme side, like, quite a bit. So even if it's not baby, I would quite like to see something like maybe Lord Slug. Especially if he was a transforming Lord Slug, then he would have some really good links with the Piccolo Jr. that we just got as well. So I think... I would like to see another Extreme Dokkan Fest, but like one that is actually really good, right? Because yeah, there's a few Dokkan Fests. I mean, I would love them to go back to doing some stuff like, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Broly and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Like, they weren't just random releases. Like, they were Dokkan Fest exclusives. And, like, Broly was one of the 10, like, Mono 120 leaders. Obviously, he got massively shafted over with, like, his Easy A and everything. But I would love to see a new Dokkan Fest, like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. That would be cool. Or a Super Saiyan 3 Broly. It's just a shame that they only really do any of that kind of stuff now in November, right? Whether it's Heroes or just some, like, more crossover stuff. I made a video about it ages ago that's still up on my channel. You can search it if you've never seen it. But I would love to see God Broly in Dokkan as well. And I don't mean, like, Super Saiyan God Broly, but it's the Broly from that, like, 4D movie that they had in a theme park in Japan. It's never been released in, like, any other format, so you can't, like, as far as I know, there's nowhere to watch it on the internet. There's no, like, it's not on any other games, it's not on any, like, streaming sites that I've seen or anything like that, because it is a 4D, like, audience interactive movie, so you have, like, the 3D glasses and everything, because the movie ends with Goku fusing with the audience to become some crazy, like, Goku cross-human, like, fusion, who, in theory, would probably be the strongest character in all of fiction, right? Because he literally broke through the barriers of fiction to fuse with the audience, so... But yeah, with your 3D glasses on, he literally, like, does this, and you'd see, like, the fingers coming out of the screen. But yeah, God Broly looks super cool, because he has sort of, like, long hair like Super Saiyan 3 Broly, but he has the thinner, like, physique that Broly has when he's in, like, his normal Super Saiyan type form before going into the legendary Super Saiyan. I just think the design is super, super cool. But yeah, if you've never seen it, check out the video that I made. But it's I would love to see that in Dokkan. But take us back to more random Dokkan Fest exclusives. Like I say, even another Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I think would be really cool as a Dokkan Fest. But tell everyone to skip Super 17 anniversary agenda. Unfortunately, you guys know I am a huge Super 17 fanboy, but, like, I said this on Twitter the other day, if I wasn't a content creator, I would skip Super 17. Like, Super 17 is coming out right before the anniversary for Global, and as much as it pains me to say, like, they fumbled his design, right? Like, unless you're... You know, actually, I don't even know. I was gonna try and give an example where maybe it would be a good idea to summon for him, but honestly, like, yeah, I can't think of any person in any situation, because if you're a newer player or you're, like, free to play and you don't have very, like, good extreme teams, that's not really a huge issue. You probably still should just wait for the anniversary and then go ham on those banners, because those banners are really good. So I can't think of many situations where, unless you are just a whale or somebody who, you know, you just summon for the units you like regardless of whether they're actually that good or not. Like, I don't see any real scenario where anybody should really be summoning for Super 17. And like I said, it pains me to say that because I am a Super 17 fan, but yeah, he's not great, which is unfortunate. But obviously I will be summoning for him. He probably is just going to be one of those, like, I pull one copy and then stop summoning, like, kind of thing. So, I'm a content creator and I'm skipping anyway. Well, I mean, like, if you're, like, a proper, like, and I don't mean proper content creator in a negative way. I mean, like, if you're a proper, like, you drop multiple videos every day, like, you cover everything that happens in the game, like I do, then you kind of have to summon for everyone. So, I mean, the only thing, actually, let me bring up Super 17, because the other thing, as well, which actually makes it even less important for you to summon for him, is that I'm pretty sure he doesn't introduce a new category, does he, with his leader skill. So, even if you don't pull him, but you want to, like, see what he's like, you can use him as a friend while running some of your own units, and then you'll still get to see, like, how good he is. Let me bring up the Android category here and get his details up. Because, yeah, he doesn't have a new category as a leader skill. So, it's like you don't even actually need to pull him if you want to make, like, for me, for example, if I wanted to make videos on him, technically I don't even need to pull him. Yeah, his leader skill is join forces or target Goku. So, yeah, you actually don't need to pull him at all. Because he's on power absorption. So, if you run AGL Cell and then run this guy as a friend, he'll be getting the 200% leader skill. So if you want to see how good he is and see what he looks like with a 200% lead, then you don't even need to actually pull him, which is kind of crazy. So, who's... God Goku's got the most defense. That probably makes sense as he's been on rotation the most, but... We'll do this. We can't get the 6 orbs, so that's fine. And then we'll do this. Super 17 is mid and so is his team. That is true. But no, I don't ever skip anyone, right? Because I like to... you can just run him as a friend. I mean, it'll be one of those things, right? I'm not going to skip him. But let's say I go like 1,000 stones into his banner and I still haven't pulled a copy. Then maybe I would be a little bit less likely to try and chase him. Especially because he's just a sort of what we would call like a filler celebration. He's not going to have like the craziest sales or anything. So it's not going to be one of those banners where I can really afford to go like 2k stones deep or something. But yeah, it's but not looking great for our boy Super 17, unfortunately. So we're not going to transform with the God Gokus because then they stop stacking defense. You have 540k, so you should be okay in slot 1 regardless. It's getting harder to get our 6 orbs with God Goku now that his intro buff has worn out, but as long as we're getting 3, that's fine, right? Because then he gets his extra chance to dodge, and then we'll grab this for you. I'm going to purposely not get the Dokkan attack nodes here because I don't want to do... Like, I want to do as little damage as possible, essentially, just so that we have longer and longer to stack. Because, I mean, we've kind of already reached the point now where he can't really do much damage to, like, anybody on the team. Because we're getting to the point where our defense is just high enough that we can kind of tank everything. He is definitely also a unit that gets better with dupes as well. So if you do throw a few stones at his banner and you only pull 1 copy of him, he's not really the best, like, 55% unit either. So unfortunately, Super 17 is a bit of a skip. This is going to be like, I'm going to make a summon or skip video when his banner's about to come out, but for anyone who's watching this video that's gone up on the channel, there's a preview of basically what I'm going to be talking about in that video. I definitely don't think he's going to be worth summoning for most people, but Universe 11 is as dead as it can be. That is true. I mean, Universe 11 unfortunately has very few characters that can really even represent, like, in the game, right? You have Jiren, you have Topo, Dispo, like, who else is even really like... We've got a free-to-play version of the Pride Troopers. I mean, I guess they could do, like, a Bell mod, like in the other gods eventually could get their own cards. But yeah, it's not like... I don't see a particularly great future for Universe 11. Even if we get more, like, themed celebrations around, like, Universe Survival Saga and stuff, I don't really see, like, that team ever being, like, super top tier or anything. Yeah, Proton, my boy in the chat, you just do a 5-second video just saying skip. I mean, doesn't his banner has the first return of Tech Pan, who, people who didn't summon for her originally, I mean, you're not really missing out on that much, right? Like, she wasn't even that crazy when she first came out for Global. So, like, I know she gets an improvement with the 8th anniversary LRs. Like, she works quite well with the GT LR, but, like, yeah. It's, so even the Super 17's banner isn't that great. The Dr. Gero and Dr. Mew side banner unit is fairly decent, but, again, only really on that team. So, if you're not summoning for the 17s or you're not running that kind of team very much, then that side banner unit isn't even really that useful anyway. So, bit disappointing. Like, his banner just doesn't really have that much that, like, would encourage people to summon, like, a ton. But, you know, it is what it is. So, what are we at now? So, you're still at 300, so you need to get some extra defense stacks in here. I think we can... Sure, let's float off. We'll actually let God Goku float off for a little bit now, because his defense is getting pretty high. Although I think Gohan probably just kills Blue Goku here anyway. So, but yeah, Super 17's banner's not looking so great. And then after Super 17, it's going to be the LR Super Boo, who is pretty good, but again, his banner's going to be dropping right before the anniversary, like literally a week or 2 before, right? So, not really going to be worth summoning for him either for most people. I don't think he even has a 200% team, does he? So, yeah, his value, although he is good, his value is not really super high. So, alright, so Xeno Goku is the one that's been kind of slacking, because he's been floating quite a bit. We ideally need him to not get super attacked here. And then otherwise we should be okay. I mean, his defense is decent. He's not even going to get, unless he double supers, I don't think he's going to be at 400k at this turn. So if he eats a super, that would be probably GG. But okay, that's cool. We take those. Would you like to see an LR God Vegeta that exchanges to Blue Goku and their standby skill is them doing the fusion dance? That'd be kind of interesting. It is very similar to the LR gods, though. I don't think we would get the fusion as part of that, but like, I do think God Vegeta needs a new standalone unit with the transformation that he has in the movie as like either an intro or just an actual transformation, because we only have that one God Vegeta and he sucks. Like, his Easy 8, I can't, like, it's actually crazy how he Easy 8 at the same time as that Goku, and that Goku is like, even now, against the right enemy, obviously, that Goku is like one of the best units you can bring into those specific events. And like, yeah, God Vegeta just got absolutely nothing. Like, he should have had, against a Pure Saiyan or Hybrid Saiyan, he should have had guaranteed guard. But the fact that he doesn't means that he just kind of sucks in almost every scenario, which is unfortunate. Alright, so we've got an attack in slot 1. Namek Goku up to 716k defense. I think maybe the team would have been better to not be run under a 200% because we could have got here a little bit slower. But because I don't know, are we going to get any of our characters actually to a million defense? I don't know. But we can get a guaranteed double super by putting you in slot 1. And then I'm just going to grab these. And then, yeah, we'll get these for you. Normally I would be worried about AGL Kid Gohan, but he's got type advantage, so he's fine. But yeah, Tech God Goku is still, like, in any event where you fight a movie boss or a Pure Saiyan, like, Tech God Goku is still a very, very good, very strong unit. Yeah, and you can use him without a leader skill. Like, you pick up the 2 Rainbow Orbs, so you got to remember, like, damage reduction being a percentage is such a huge thing, because we talked about this in the video, I think it was the free-to-play Bulma video that I did. Like, 77% damage reduction. That means if a super attack would do 1,000,000 damage, it means it's only doing 230,000, and that's without even factoring in the unit's defense. So if the unit has like 300k defense, they take no damage from a 1,000,000 damage super attack, because damage reduction as a percentage is just so good. So yeah, God Goku having that ridiculous level of damage reduction that he has is one of the reasons why he's such a great unit. But I got Bulma. Hey, anyone who pulled LR Bulma, you are going to be looking good, especially when the anniversary comes around. She is on both of the anniversary LR's teams, because obviously they both lead Power of Wishes as part of their leader skill, which is a category that she is on. So yeah, she is going to be looking very, very good on that team. I'm not going to transform Gohan either for the exact same reason as the God Goku, because once he transforms, he stops stacking. So we obviously just want to keep stacking with everyone as much as possible. And then we'll start doing proper... I've opened the menu a few times to have a quick look, but we'll do some proper defense checks when we get to the actual int UI Goku, because we are... hopefully going to get at least one of our units up to 1,000,000 defense, which, you know, on a 170 lead, I think it's a little bit easier, because we're bringing all units that stack. We're having a lot of units competing for each other in terms of getting in the most super attacks. But I thought this burst mode would be a fun way to try this, because obviously the event can go on for so long, and like Goku has so much HP. They have God Vegeta with a high chance to die, true. Yeah, chance to guard things will always be one of my least favourite things in the game, because you have no way to know if it's going to activate or not. I would actually not have anywhere near as much of an issue with chance to guard if the game gave you some kind of indication of whether it was going to activate on that turn or not. And if you knew that it wasn't, then obviously that would allow you to plan out your rotations like slightly differently. To maximize on that, right? So Let's let you go first, actually, because you are a little bit behind Namek Goku. Because Namek Goku is a bit ahead of LR Gohan in defense here. Gohan might actually end up killing, because he does have the type advantage. Obviously, we're not going to transform with him. We can't in this event, right? We got no android enemy, no android ally on the team. So, I guess it just is what it is. We just want to keep him stacking. Even if we could transform, we wouldn't, of course, because he loses the ability to stack when we do. So, we need a first-time Kamehameha Kid Goku. That would be pretty cool. The only downside to Kid Goku units, and I was saying about it in that video I put up about the free-to-play new like Kid Goku story event thing, is that we already have 2 really good Kid Goku units in the game. So anytime another one comes out, they're going to be in direct competition. That's why I really want that free-to-play unit to awaken into Krillin and Roshi as well, because then we have a uniquely named unit. Wow, look at Gohan. 1.3 million next to Kid Gohan. Because we have All in the Family and the defensive support. What does he have without All in the Family? Oh, he still has 1 million. But next to Kid Gohan, he's getting an extra, like, 300,000 defense. That's actually crazy. Alright, so we can't get the orbs for Goku, but that's actually fine because he doesn't really need to guard. We're fighting an enemy anyway. So, what is Kid Gohan at? Kid Gohan's at, like, 600k, and considering he's been floating off for the most part of this run, that is still pretty good. So, I mean, we have very definitely reached the point now where it's probably going to be impossible for us to die, right? Like, no units taking a super from this Goku now are really going to be able to take damage. I mean, even like Gohan's the only tech unit on our team, and he has guard anyway, so it's not like he's going to take big damage. Burst mode, apart from missions that give you stones and stuff like that, you can use the points to exchange for the OSTs that you can select to have playing on your profile. It's not really a huge thing. A lot of people probably haven't even ever bothered to use it, but by completing the missions for getting like 6,000 points and doing the specific categories, you do get a bunch of rewards like stones and kais and stuff like that. So it is worth doing. I've got videos up of the 2 runs that I did where we actually went for the proper missions. This one's obviously just for fun because, you know, we had to turn off a bunch of the modifiers, you know, like the specific teams you're allowed to use and stuff like that. So that obviously means we won't be getting as many points as we would on one of those high score runs, but we're obviously still going to be able to get what would be a decent score, but it's more so just for the fun of doing this event with all the modifiers turned up to max. I mean, you look at like how much damage reduction and HP and everything this Goku has. That entire rotation on the previous turn, we only did 1 of his bars of HP. So it's going to take quite a while to finish him off. Which is fine, because then we get to stack more. Because we are what? This video is already at like the 23-minute mark now, so we are getting these stacks in. Alright, let's see. Does Namek Goku? He's up to 6.4. We haven't been getting any 18 key supers with him, so obviously he hasn't been stacking his attack. But oh, we didn't get the additional as well from being in slot 3. I mean, he's getting close to 1 million defense. What are these guys looking like here now? So you're at 120. Now Gohan's up to 120 without needing, oh sorry, 1.2 mil, without even needing to have All in the Family active. So I think I'll float you off, actually. Let's get you in here as well. We need, Xeno Goku needs some more stacks. He's been lagging off because we've been lagging behind because we've been floating him off constantly. We are on turn 17. The only downside to free-to-play Goku becoming the LR Roshi Krillin and Goku would be that they won't be a 200% Turtle School lead. I need that LR Roshi Krillin to be a 200% Turtle School lead. I mean, the thing is, that's probably never going to happen because, remember, the Carnival Goku from Part 2 of the Anniversary is a 200% Turtle School leader. So we kind of already have that unit. I don't really see them repeating that again. If you mean, like, obviously having a 170 then plus a 30 and it kind of covers Turtle School, then I could see that if they were like a summonable unit. But obviously, since we already now have a Carnival LR that has a Turtle School 200% leader skill, We're probably not going to see that on another unit as well. I mean, obviously, it's the ideal leader skill for them to have, in theory, but yeah, I don't think we'll see that on another unit, since we already have the AGL Carnival Goku from the anniversary. So, what we're looking like now, Gohan's almost at 1 million, God Goku's almost at 1 million, so we are getting there. Let's do this. I guess if I do this, and then we can get the AGL orbs for Kid Goku. Hello, Pickles. $9 mil on the attack as well. I mean, considering this isn't like the best rotation for God Goku, and we're not running like tons of support and everything, it's we're getting up to some pretty good numbers now. I think next turn, maybe the last turn, if we get some additionals and such. But let's see. Alright, there's an additional for Gohan. Gohan's got to have cleared 1 million at this point. And Wild Pickles has appeared. True. What are you looking at? We never dropped low enough in HP to use Kid Gohan's active skill. There's an additional super for him as well. Alright, so let's see. This is probably going to be the last turn for this rotation. So, we got Namek Goku up to 1 million defense. God Goku, this God Goku's only at 680, which is not as high as he could be, but it's pretty good. Hello. Alright, come on. Come down here. Okay, so I can't get 6 orbs for Goku again, which is a shame. We keep missing out on the 6 orbs, which is good for him to get the guaranteed additional, right? So we can stack up a little bit faster. But do this. That's 5 again. And then do this. We are almost getting the second Dokkan attack here as well. Yeah, shout out to Andrew Barnes for the $5 dono. He says Goku run, but each Goku has to be from a major point in the series, like first Super Saiyan transformation or Super Saiyan 3. Interesting, interesting. Do you mean for the Goku event or just any event in general? Because the thing is, I wanted to start off the stream with this video because I thought, for this run, because I thought it would be kind of fun to do for a video, but I don't want to do too many Goku event burst mode runs. Because obviously these runs go on for a long time. The recording timer for this is at 28 minutes. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of our units up to 1 million defense. Oh, we are actually going to get one more turn on this rotation. Okay. So let's see. What are we looking at here? Oh, we got Gohan very, very close. Does Gohan... Oh, he's in the middle, so he's getting the most of the links anyway. You only share Fierce Battle with the entire rotation. That's crazy. Well, yeah, there you go. So, my Goku... Well, actually, the friend Goku is Rainbow, and he didn't get as high as the other one. But yeah, there you go. Maybe I try a full Wicked Bloodline team on burst mode. I mean, I did that for the... Target Goku one. I did the physical Wicked Bloodline team. You can check that out. That's up on the channel. Oh, we missed the last one. Outrageous. How did Int Goku and Piccolo come out in the same celebration as Dokkan Fest Kid Gohan? Yeah, because Int Piccolo and Goku are not particularly good, right? Whereas Kid Gohan, I mean, he's still runnable. There are some red zone stages where, because you don't get enough time to stack, he can get absolutely destroyed. But he is still pretty good. So... But yeah, there you go. There's the full stacking team run. Considering the fact that we had very little in terms of support units, every single unit was vying for a place on the rotation so that they could get their stacks in. We got multiple units up to the threshold of being at 1,000,000 defense, which is pretty funny. Basically made it so that at the end of the run, it was like impossible for us to die. So there you go.